So this is everything you always wanted to know about GLP-1s, but were afraid to ask. I've been on GLP-1s since, well, I've been using GLP-1s myself for the past 4 years. I dropped 25 pounds. On my mom's side, her mother had 6 siblings, so they were 7 kids, everybody dead before 70 of something hypertension related. 4 years ago, I was on 5 different antihypertensives. My blood pressure was terrible. PCP and cardiologists were saying, hey, we've got to do something. So I tracked down members of my mom's family who were still standing, and everybody still around was so skinny they could be a marathon runner, and nobody was running marathons. So I went on Zepbound Manjaro. I dropped 25 pounds, and then I switched over to Ozempic Wegovy, and now I alternate the drugs, and I've been able to maintain for 25 pounds for 4 years, and I'm off all blood pressure medicine, so I'm a big fan. I first started using the GLP-1s in 2005 when Byetta came out. Byetta is exenatide. It comes from, they was originally found in the Gila monster venom lizard. Exenatide was a synthetic version of Gila monster venom. It's quite effective, but nowhere near as wonderful as Zepbound Manjaro, Ozempic Wegovy. Now, the generic names for these drugs: semaglutide is Ozempic Wegovy, tirzepatide is Manjaro Zepbound. Lilly, the largest drug company on the planet, owns Manjaro Zepbound. There's no difference between Manjaro and Zepbound. They're the same drug out of the same vat, manufactured by Lilly, except Zepbound has an NDC, National Drug Control number, on it for weight loss, and Manjaro has an NDC number on it for diabetes. Same thing with Ozempic and Wegovy, owned by Novo Nordisk, the second largest drug company on the planet, a Danish company. I was an exchange student to Denmark, but my Danish is gone. And Ozempic has the NDC number on it for weight loss. Wegovy has the NDC number on it for diabetes. Same drug, same vat, same company. They're both wonderful. They're safe, effective. We've got thousands of patients on them. In general, you go on the internet, you think you're going to die of side effects from the GLP-1s. That is to a reasonable degree of medical certainty. That is not true of say 1,000 patients. I may have a couple very mild cases of nausea and some mild gastric distension, but that's about it. The bet is most patients on GLP-1s, you will have absolutely no side effects. The weight will pour off and it will change your life. Now, when I lost the weight 4 years ago, I decided to stop the drug. I was on Zepbound Manjaro back then, and I maintained for a year with aggressive exercise. I had to exercise 2 hours a day on the elliptical machine, and that's fine. And then 3 years ago, I decided to go back on the drugs because I felt better on the GLP-1 on them than off them. They've got a tremendous antidepressant kick. They're very good for Parkinson's. Start Googling GLP-1 and Parkinson's disease. Holy cow, I've got Parkinson's on both sides of my family. My dad had it. On the other side, my mom, the cousin who got me into medicine, had terrible Parkinson's, and I noticed the unsteadiness of gait that I was developing at age 74 completely went away. It's being used for Alzheimer's. Lots of applications for the GLP-1s because we think it's the anti-inflammatory effect. But let's talk about weight loss. Okay, let's do semaglutide first. That's Ozempic Wegovy. Starting dose is 0.25 milligrams, and the package label says you do that for a month. Then the next month you do 0.5 milligrams once a week. The month after that, 1 milligram once a week. The month after that, 2 milligrams once a week, and then after that, it's 2.4 milligrams once a week. That's the package insert for semaglutide, Ozempic, Wegovy. On Manjaro Zepbound, package insert is 2.5 milligrams once a week for a month. Second month, 5 milligrams a week, then 7.5 milligrams a week for a month, then 10 milligrams a week for a month, then 12.5 milligrams a week for a month, then the maintenance, then the top dose is 15 milligrams. The drug companies talk about finding the dose that's right for you and maintaining at that dose. I find from a practical standpoint, most patients do better on the higher dose. So most patients actually get up to 2.5 of semaglutide or 15 milligrams of tirzepatide without any problem. Oftentimes the dose can be increased weekly as opposed to monthly. So I've got lots and lots of patients that every week we increase the dose until they're up on the top dose. So instead of 4 months, it takes 4 weeks to get you to the top dose of tirzepatide or semaglutide. Once you're at the top dose of the medication, I strongly recommend switching over to the other one, which can usually be done in about 2 weeks with an aggressive protocol to move you from starting dose to the top dose in 2 weeks as opposed to 4 months, because people will do differently and feel differently on the different drugs. Now, I'm going to give you my experience. This is just me, but patients are different, which is why I strongly recommend that everybody try the top dose of both. On me, overall, I am less hungry on semaglutide than I am on tirzepatide. However, when I eat on semaglutide, I eat more on semaglutide than when I eat on tirzepatide. On tirzepatide, I am more tired the day after my shot, and on tirzepatide, I am more tired after I eat than I am on semaglutide. On both medications, most patients experience a mild degree of fatigue after eating. The nausea is vastly overrated, and the side effects of 100 patients, maybe a couple have very mild cases of nausea that is very easily treated for the most part with an anti-nausea drug called Zofran. Zofran revolutionized the chemotherapy and radiation therapy business when it came out years ago. It is a wonderful anti-nausea drug. But in general, the side effects are vastly overrated. Most patients have absolutely no side effects on the GLP1s, and the weight pours off. Once the weight comes off, you have to figure out what you're going to do for maintenance. One size does not fit all. As I said, when I first dropped the weight 4 years ago, I maintained with a couple hours of exercise a day. I just went back on the drugs because I feel better. For maintenance, some patients drop the dose. So instead of taking 15 milligrams of tirzepatide, they can take 10 or 7.5 milligrams, and they do that every week. Other patients stay on 15 milligrams, but instead of taking it weekly, they do it once a month or twice a month or 3 times a month. Same thing with semaglutide, that instead of staying on 2.5 milligrams every week, they take 2.5 milligrams once or twice a month. Everybody is different. There is a way to maintain on these drugs. You don't have to take them. You can maintain alone with exercise. Exercise is the key to maintenance without question. Exercise is also the key to prevent the catastrophic muscle loss that can happen with weight loss on GLP1s. So try to do an hour a day of something aerobic, high repetition, low tension, whether it's treadmill, elliptical, rowing machine. You can run, you can power walk, but you really need to exercise on these drugs, or the muscle loss can be quite catastrophic. Constipation can be a bit of a problem for patients who are constipated on either GLP-1. First thing we try is the apple cure. Take a day and eat nothing but up to 6 raw apples, including the peel. If that doesn't do it, sugar-free Citrusel, 2 heaping tablespoons 3 or 4 times a day is enough to get most people going. And water is very, very important on constipation. Please make sure you're drinking 60 to 80, a minimum of 60 to 80 ounces of water or coffee or Diet Coke. It can all be Diet Pepsi. It doesn't matter. A non-caloric fluid a day is very important for constipation. The fluid is also a part of the energy drop that many patients experience on these drops. So please make sure you're drinking the 60 to 80 ounces of non-caloric fluid a day. And also, bouillon cubes help. Sodium loss is amazing with weight loss on these drugs, so I strongly recommend 2 or 3 bouillon cubes every day, whether it's beef, chicken, or vegetarian bouillon. It really will help the energy, and you'll feel better on these drugs. Many patients develop mild fatigue that immediately goes away with bouillon cubes a day. Bouillon cubes also tend to help the muscle cramps that happen on both of these drugs with weight loss. We really don't understand the mechanism of action of the muscle cramps. Some people think it's potassium, some it's sodium. What's interesting, though, is usually a couple drops of Tabasco sauce or wasabi, the hot Japanese mustard that's served with sushi, on your tongue will get rid of the muscle cramps that you experience within 20 to 30 seconds. So if you're having muscle cramps on GLP-1 weight loss or from any diet weight loss, please try a couple drops of Tabasco sauce on your tongue or a glop of wasabi and see if that solves the problem. Headaches can occur usually as a function of dehydration or garbage withdrawal. Your body is withdrawing from all the junk you used to eat. What most people discover on GLP-1 is you stop eating all the processed foods and the sugar because you just don't feel well on that. My trick for eating sugar or chocolate on GLP-1s is I will do it right before I exercise. So before I get on the elliptical for an hour or two every night, I may have some dark chocolate or whatever I want, and then by exercising, the sugar hit and the caffeine in the chocolate improves my exercise, but also allows me not to feel so poisoned as I do when eating processed carbohydrates, as everyone feels on the GLP-1s. Everybody is different, so your mileage may vary, but I strongly recommend, as I said, that you try both GLP-1s to see what your preference is. For receiving the drugs, you can either get the compounded generic version from any diet doctor you go to, or you can get the brand name, or you can have the brand name sent to your house by Lilly or Novo Nordisk. The Lilly program is called Lilly Direct. It's $500 a month. They will send you a vial of whatever your physician has prescribed directly to your home for you to self-inject. The NovoCare program is also $500 a month. They will send the vial directly to your home free. So you could actually, Novo Nordisk sends pens, so it's the pen injection. Lilly sends vials that you can self-inject. The other thing you can do is have your doctor who is maybe prescribing the generic GLP-1, as I do, have their compounder make a vial for you of the same compounding drug that you're being injected at your diet doctor's office, and the doctor may be willing to give you a vial of that for you to self-inject at home. The only way for compounded GLP-1s that we use at the office to legally leave the office is in your arm. So if you'd like a vial to be compounded just for you, have your I call my compounder, or you can have your diet doctor call their compounder and request that they compound a vial just for you. That way your diet doctor would be happy to give you the, well, I hope would be happy to give you the vial for you to self-inject at home. I had to say one thing and one thing only. The side effects of these drugs are vastly overrated. Most people lose spectacular amounts of weight. More often than not, they can get down to goal on the GLP-1s without any side effects whatsoever. So stay off the internet about the side effects, because you'll scare yourself to death. You think you're going to die. And the big bet is, for those of us in the trenches, side effects are practically non-existent. Some patients do better on the semaglutide. Other patients do better on the tirzepatide. The semaglutide in general is cheaper than the tirzepatide. I charge $65 a week for injection of semaglutide, no matter what the dose. I charge $85 a week for an injection of tirzepatide, no matter what the dose. So your mileage may vary. Talk to your doctor. My experience is that most patients, there's no difference or no significant difference between taking the brand name or the generics. That said, I've got some patients who've had severe allergic reaction, injection site reaction from the brand name of the Ozempic in one case, which switched over to the generic and semaglutide, and she had no problems whatsoever. Not all generics are alike. If the generic from your one diet doctor doesn't work, the generic from another diet doctor may work. The generics tend to be a lot cheaper than the brand name, but they're safe, they're effective. If you've been thinking about trying a GLP-1, I strongly recommend it. Changed my life. I believe it can change yours. If you have any questions, I'm available here at the office, 734-422-8040. Happy to speak to anyone who calls. Thanks, bye.